nobody at Microsoft really twigged how important Halo was going to be. It wasn't until right at the end, when they were buying TV advertising, they decided to put a bit more TV advertising behind Halo than some of the other titles. And nobody expected it to be as popular as it did.
I think it was Blinks they were thinking was the big game. And they were, I think when Edge came in, especially when Edge 10 out of 10 did, because that was still something they very rarely did. It was like, oh yeah, no, this game really might change people's perceptions.
The reason Halo had such an impact was because it was the first one, and people hadn't really seen anything like it on a console before, so that really blew people away. But it paved the path for everything that came to follow. So, I mean, you absolutely can't deny its cultural impact in that regard.
I probably spent every other day reading or thinking about Halo, and trying to come up with new reasons as to why I didn't want it.
I used to work on a magazine called PC Gamer, and we actually were doing the world's first ever Halo cover. And this is so we went to E3, we did the big interviews. If you Google around, you can find my incredibly hyperbolic prose because we loved it that much. So we did this world first ever cover of Halo, and in the same month it was announced it would be Xbox only. And we could have throttled every single member of Bungie.
So Halo really sort of established a lot of the things that we see in twin-stick shooters these days. It's a really strong game, as evidenced by the fact that Microsoft is re-releasing it this Christmas in sort of polished form, and it still stands up. That's the amazing thing. I mean, and so by laying down a lot of those rules, it became the de facto shooter console.
I used to be very good friends with Steve Cohen, who actually reviewed the Halo and gave it 10 out of 10. And I distinctly remember Steve, who was quite a small man, nervously carrying an enormous bag with the Xbox inside home, petrified he was going to be mugged somehow.
If Edge gives a game a 10 out of 10, you go and buy a console for it. Especially in those days when I think they'd only given 4 or 5 10 out of 10s.
And it was that moment you kind of knew it was going to be okay, because the sort of whispers went around about Halo in a kind of noddy kind of way. I reviewed for a magazine, I reviewed it for Games Master, I think, and I gave it 94. And I tend to mark quite low anyway, so 94 was me running around the room, hands in the air, screaming mark.
When that 10 out of 10 came in Edge, everyone just ran out and got Halo, and kind of that was it. That sold everyone to the world of Xbox, really.
Arguably the most important Xbox game there has ever been or ever will be, because that game sold the Xbox. It's established the platform. Halo 2 established Xbox Live, and those two titles, without having established the hardware, without having established the online thing, Xbox would not be the force it is today.